Right. This is going to sorry. This is going to be a topic which may sound funny, but it's actually inspired by the questions that I get. If you're new to my channel, most of my viewers are Indians. Okay, either Indians who are based in the Middle East. Those are my normally target audience. But I get a lot of youngsters, a lot of Indians who watch my channel from around the world, and then maybe 10 or 15% is foreigners. Okay, Westerners. So I get questions with regards to my life, with regards to anything and everything that I do, from personal branding to how to get a job to life kind of advice, money. I know you must be looking at my face and thinking like, who the hell would ask you, man? Well, there are a few people who would ask. Okay, I'm not all that bad. So one of the common questions or categories that I get is about love, marriage, relationships. And given the fact that I've had 3 divorces, this is my 4th marriage, I have made all the possible mistakes a person should not make. So I have a lot of experience, you could say. See, generally, if a person has a perfect marriage, he has not experienced failures. He has not experienced the ugly side of things. So in my case, I've experienced the crazy, the bizarre, the stuff that you'd not believe. It's like if I would make a movie on my life, on say marriage, you'd not believe it. It'll be like, this cannot happen. That is why if you want to know about it, I've already made a video. You can just search on YouTube, Machedo divorce. I've given my first divorce, the second divorce, the third divorce, why I got married and why I got divorced. Okay, so now that I'm in my 4th marriage, where I'm very happy. I've changed a lot. I'm very different from the person that I was. I get people who suddenly assume, there is always this assumption that, wow, the perfect wife is a Thai wife. Oh, I have to get married to someone from Thailand. Oh, I'll marry this girl. I'll marry a girl just like your wife, all her traits, someone from the village. Now, in as much as there is a truth, or there is a little bit of a truth to what they are saying, like if you get married to a simple girl, you'll be happy, low expectations, or you marry a Thai lady, maybe you'll be happy. It's not 100% applicable to you, because remember, we are different. So in this video, I'm going to share with you why you should not get married to a Thai woman. Okay, and this is not to hate on Thai women, but rather to expose you to the ugly side, to expose you to the side that you don't see. See, remember this much. The very fact that I'm married to a Thai woman, the very fact that my daughter, I've chosen or told my wife that she should be a Thai citizen, not Indian, should be evidence enough that I have a very high regard and high, kind of respect for Thai women, Thai culture, for Thailand. It's not that I hate India, but I prefer giving my daughter a Thai lifestyle, the Thai culture, everything Thailand. And personally speaking, this is just me personally, okay? I prefer a Thai woman any day compared to an Indian woman. This is not to put Indian women down. You can say, look at your face, you look like a freak, or you're not educated, or whatever. Given all my limitations, I don't think any Indian woman in her right mind, with the right family, would ever say yes to someone like me. And I've been very explicit about this. It's nothing to be apologetic, nothing to be humble. I don't think this is how a normal Indian man should look like, would look like, and no mother or father would want their daughter to marry someone like this. Even my own. I mean, when my daughter would marry, I would not be looking forward to, oh, he should have piercings and tattoos all over his face. Okay. So I'm very aware of my own shortcomings. So why am I saying that you should not marry a Thai woman? I will give you the reasons. And remember, this is from the point of view of an Indian. Okay. There would be some points which may be universal in nature, but predominantly this would be applicable for Indians. So there would be certain points which would be applicable for all men, but you could say that I'm thinking from an Indian mindset. So feel free to comment down below and let me know where you agree, disagree, and feel free to just give me your points of view. Okay, now first let me define what I mean by Indian. By a typical Indian, I'm not talking of Indians who are born and raised in, let's say, United States or Canada, or have traveled the world and have experienced different. I'm talking of Indians who are born and raised in India, live in India, and have the typical Indian characteristics, behaviors, mindset. Okay, so these are the individuals who live in India. They have Indian friends. They have an Indian kind of tradition, culture, mannerisms. Okay. So now what happens is, along with that comes certain beliefs or patterns that repeat itself. For example, a joint family. Okay. An Indian man or boy, he will always take care of his mother and father. He'll always stay with his family. He'll always have a joint family. He will always be expected to get a job, then get married, then have children, and live together. That is what is normally expected of an Indian. And when they get married to a girl, the girl has to pay the Indian boy dowry, Indian man. Not as exploiting the girl, but rather the girl's family would give it out of an amount of, say, respect, or they would say, this is even if you're not asking, I want this to be kept in my daughter's bank account, so she's taken care of. Okay, so these are the typical expectations that come from an Indian household. And obviously an Indian man is expected to be the head of the family. He will be like the CEO or the boss of the house. And even if the wife is working, okay, the typical Indian wife, she is expected after work, she will come and do some housework, take care of the husband, take care of the parents, or they will jointly together work and keep the house in place, if you understand what I mean. Okay. So this is how the typical Indian male is. The typical. I'm not talking of the modern Indian male. The modern Indian male may not want to get married, just want to have an open relationship, have sex with all the possible women. Fine. That's a different story. So now, when an Indian male wants to settle down, he will always want the best of the best for himself. It's like you're going, this is a very crude way to put it, but it's like you're going to a supermarket or electronic store, or you're going to buy something. You would want the best deal that is available, the best discount, the best special package offer, whatever. So when an Indian man is about to choose a wife, he always wants the best of the best. He may not be perfect, but he expects perfection out of a woman. And that is where the problem starts, because the guy is here, but he wants a woman who's up here. It's like his budget and what he deserves is a Toyota, but he would want a Bugatti or a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. And this is very evident when females, especially men, Indian men, they keep anonymous accounts, they keep fake accounts, and they'll randomly send messages to girls and who are way beyond their pay scale or their pay grade, or they'll be, hey babes, how are you? Hey sexy. Face to face also, generally people say you don't have guts to talk face to face. They're so shameless. Like, you would not be caught dead with a guy. That horrible is his personality. Yet he would go to a girl, hey sexy, how are you? And like, he can't even afford maybe to buy her what she has for coffee. He can't afford to buy her a coffee, but he would want to date such a woman. So I don't know what it is about Indian men, but they think they deserve the sun, moon, and stars. In fact, I saw one video where in my WhatsApp group, where they shared one Indian guy. Elon Musk is on stage. He has opened the conference to Q&A. One Indian guy tells him, Mr. Elon Musk, I just want you to know I'm a genius like you. this was actually shared in my WhatsApp group. He's telling Elon Musk, I'm a genius like you. And people are laughing, and Elon Musk is like amused. Really? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. And he's telling Elon Musk, yeah, I'm a genius like you. I'm just like you. Yeah, you might find this funny, but no, I'm a genius like you. And I would like to be the vice president of your company, Tesla, and run Tesla and make money. So Elon Musk says, I don't have a position. Then this Indian guy tells him, okay, I would like to be the CEO of any one of your companies. And Elon Musk once again tells him, I don't have a vacancy for CEO. And this guy doesn't stop. This Indian guy is actually Indian from India. He has identified himself as from India. Then he says, I would like to be part of your board. Members of the board, I would like to be a board member. So Elon Musk is like, by this time he's kind of irritated, because first it was funny, but then he was like, why this guy doesn't stop? He's still asking. And he's not asking for any job. He wants the CEO or vice president. So the point I'm trying to make here is, Indians have a inflated kind of value about them. They think they deserve the sun, moon, and stars. Now you must be thinking like, hey, come on, man, why don't you talk about why not to get married to an Indian girl, Thai girl? You need to understand the fundamentals first. Okay. Now, having said that, this is how the Indian mindset is. Now, when you choose a Thai girl, first keep one thing in mind. Don't assume that just because a Thai girl is simple, just because she comes from, like you'll see, she's from the village, she's very simple, or she's living a simple lifestyle, she's very petite, that you are smarter than her, you are better than her. Oh, I'm educated with a degree, with a master's degree, I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer. You might be the king of the ring, or you might be the boss of the house, or you might be the head of the family in India. But here, when you come to Thailand, they just identify you as a foreigner, as a farang. Okay. And sad to say, whether you know it or not, or whether you like it or not, for them, a foreigner is a farang. Farang is foreigner. But here, the sad differentiation is, foreigner for them is always white. White skin, white looks, white. They have this fascination about white skin. They have a fascination about a white passport because they know the currency value for $1, for a British pound, for an Australian dollar, or for German, or German francs, or UK, whatever. It's higher purchasing power than a Thai baht. So for them, their dream, like many Indians, is to go abroad, or to marry someone who is abroad, or to go with them, or he will come down and he will fulfill all their dreams, all their fantasies. He will have so much of money that he will be like a Prince Charming, like a Cinderella or Snow White. He'll make all their dreams come true. So all of a sudden, when you have someone from India, he doesn't look white, he doesn't have a white passport, he doesn't earn in US dollars. So here you have, like me, a guy without tattoos, obviously. You have a guy who looks brown with oily hair and a mustache and a beard, and with this musky smell and mannerism, okay, and every time having not just a funny accent, but trying to negotiate last price, how much, last, best price. So when you come with that, they look, sorry to say, but they actually look down on you. And there are many infamous stories, especially now that social media is a thing, with viral videos going around. Indians have a very, very exceptionally bad reputation in Thailand. Exceptionally bad. In fact, it is so bad that if, like, example for me, because of my tattoos, they think, oh, he is from USA, or they think anyone with tattoos is from USA or Australia or New Zealand, the Maori tribe. So they think, oh, he's a foreigner, because it's not every day you'll see an Indian tattooing his face. It's you either have to be a freak, or you have to be something really wrong with you, or you have to be a complete outlier, which people have told me already. You're a freak, you're a this, you're a that, you're mentally unstable. So they never identify an Indian having this kind of look. So when they see me, they think I'm a foreigner. They think I'm British, or British passport, Australian passport, whatever. And who thinks? the people who interact with my wife, who have never seen me, when they see me, they think, wow, she married a foreigner. So they ask her, where's your husband from? Australia or Canada or Europe? And when she says, no, 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 then they ask her, where is he from? And normally my wife used to say Dubai, okay, which is where I lived my entire life. But the minute she says he's an Indian passport holder, I'm not trying to exaggerate, the blood from their face drains out. They literally look like, he's Indian. They literally, that is the expression. In fact, when my wife wanted a no objection letter from her village, before we were about to get married, when she went to the office, true story, not false, when she told them that I want a no objection and to go ahead for marriage legally, the manager who was there, he asked her, oh, your husband, who are you marrying, a Thai man? She said, no, foreigner. Oh, foreigner, very good. Where's he from? Australia, USA, Canada, France, there's Germany. She said, no, no, no. Finally, when she said India, he's an Indian passport, because he asked the passport, he was like, are you gone mad? Seriously, he said, what is wrong with you? You're getting married to an Indian, you're spoiling our name. And he actually told her, like, shush, go sit there, wait. He was pissed off. Not a exaggerate, not a joke. And there's nothing about being racist. I'm telling you facts how it is. But then, after waiting for 4 hours, when she got pissed off, my wife finally, because he was not doing anything, but he just made her wait. She showed him how I look. She showed him my social media, she showed him that I did an ad with Coca-Cola that went viral. I spoke at TED Talks. I was featured in national television. He was like, oh, he's a superstar. And then suddenly I became a superstar. And she told him he lives in Dubai. And they've heard about Dubai. Dubai is money for them. And so he said, why didn't you tell me he's from Dubai? He's not from India. He's from Dubai. So what I'm trying to tell you is the very fact that our Indians, through their actions, the actions of some others, the few, they have spoiled the name of India. So when a Thai woman is going to be proposed to or is going to think of marrying an Indian, you better have reasons why she should want you. In my case, obviously you'll be like, hey, then why the hell did she marry you? You look like a freak, while she was blind. In my case, my wife had just recovered from a broken marriage, an abusive relationship, and both were Thai. She always wanted to marry Thai. And this is another point. Thai women take a lot of pride in marrying a Thai man. Okay. So if they are to marry outside the Thai culture, it has to be someone really like an upgrade of sorts. Others, why? Why don't you marry from people from your own community, culture, tradition? Those questions are asked. So because my wife had married twice, one was to the love of her life, second one where she fell in love, both Thai men, both were nice to her before marriage, but after marriage, smoking, drinking, drugs, abusive and all that. She decided she would not marry a Thai man, she would marry a foreigner. But she was very particular on the fact that a person should not smoke, drink, do drugs, be violent, because she experienced a very bad experience. She had a very bad experience. So when she saw me, she was, Thai Cupid. That's where she bumped into me. She was like, what the hell? Look at his face. He's like, what? But then when she saw my profile and saw no smoking, no drinking, no going out, no clubs, no friends, just want to work, simple guy, that kind of intrigued her. And then when later on, once she started talking to me and realized I'm just focused about work, I want to have a family, want to have a kid. And then obviously she saw my social media and all that. Well, she thought like, wow, Prince Charming, although he looks like a beast, Beauty and the Beast, he's a nice guy. And she claims that she saw my eyes and she fell in love. That is her version. So we got married, and that's how we got married. And by the way, if you check my videos where I spoke about the marriage, we got married within a week of bumping into each other. I proposed to her just on the spot. As soon as she said hi, my first thing was, you want to get married, yes or no? And I've explained the reason behind that, because I was tired and fed up of this romance and all that stuff. That's another story for another video. So I proposed to her by the second I saw her, and I told her, you want to get married? Are you serious? Yes or no? Okay, I don't smoke, drink, this. You also don't smoke, don't drink, no social media, nothing. She said, fine. I said, if you want a simple life, but you want a good married life, you want a child, I'll come down and meet you and we get married. So that's how we got married. Anyway, got married within 7 days. So you need to have reasons why the girl would want to marry you. Okay. Minus your looks, minus your bad reputation of the countrymen, minus all the limitation. And by the way, they are very well aware of Indians having bad odor, bad manners, being stingy, and sad to say, many of the Indian men, according to Thai women, are simps. They will listen to their mom and dad, they listen to society, they are afraid of their mom and dad, they will do whatever society wants. So Indian men have a very bad reputation among Thai women, or Thai community. So when my wife found out that I don't give a damn about mother, father, society and all that, so that intrigued her even more. Okay, so that is the first bit. The second thing, what you need to keep in mind is, remember, in the Indian culture, the girl gives the boy dowry. In the Thai culture, the boy gives the girl dowry. And in my case, which was very rare, I told my wife, given the fact that I've already been cheated twice by two Thai women, I'm not going to give a single penny in terms of dowry. I'm tired of these games. You want to get married? We marry without the dowry. Whatever dowry bit is there, I'll take care of you and I'll manage the expense. So I refuse to give dowry. But you obviously do not have the same excuse, or they will not entertain you. You're expected to pay a dowry to the family out of respect. Okay, so that's the second bit which I want you to keep in mind. All right. So speaking on the first most important point, I know you must be like, what, man? Such a long video. You want content, right? Okay. So the first thing, remember, Thai women are not dumb. They want to get married to someone worthwhile, just as you're a Toyota, but you want someone who's a Bugatti or Rolls Royce. They are not dumb. They have their standards, either a Thai man, if not a Thai man, a British, American, Australian, Canadian, whatever. And if that is not available and you want to come into the play and say, fine, marry an Indian, well, you better have good enough reasons why she should say yes to you. Because remember what I told you, Indians have a very bad reputation. Okay. So that is one. The second thing which you need to keep in mind is, like, just right off the bat, these girls are not dumb. They might be simple. They might be, okay, they'll work in a farm or they'll work wherever, but they are street smart. They are very, very smart. And please, I request you, do not fall in love with a bar girl or a girl who works in a bar or a girl who has had a boyfriend or has had the taste of having different men. Because if that is such a woman, take it from me, she will skin you alive. She will suck you till you're dry. There'll not be a drop of blood in your system. You might think you are smart. They are a million times smarter. They are not as timid as you think. Like, you might look at a girl and she might look like a kitten. Take it from me, that kitten is capable of becoming a lioness and destroying your life. Thai women are not like the typical Indian females who will, cry rape and only go to the police. These women are capable of getting gangsters, some of them even know Muay Thai. They know, physical this thing. And there have been cases where women have actually taken a knife and chopped off their willy. Okay, so don't think these girls are going to take nonsense or shit sitting down. They know how to get back to a guy and they know how to extract the pound of flesh. So please be careful. These are women who work in fields, go in the forest, deal with life-threatening sicknesses, and their primary focus is to not only take care of themselves but their parents. So they are very, very tough. Which brings me to the next point is, if you're going to get married to a Thai woman, remember, her first image about you, or the first profile of yours, is you are her bank. You're her ATM, automated teller machine or whatever. Your ATM machine. She will put the card, she'll press the buttons, cash has to come out. I know that's a very crude way of saying it, but this is a fact, because remember, she in Thailand, the girls are the ones who take care of the parents. Okay, that is why you have to pay them a dowry. If the girl is going to get married, then there's nobody to take care of the mother and father. So you're looked upon as a bank, as a ATM machine, who has to pay her money, who has to take care of her needs, her children, her nephew, her nieces. First is her mother and father, and then maybe the rest of the family. So it's not very uncommon that if there is a festival, she will ask you money to celebrate with her mother and father and relatives and aunt and uncle and everyone. Her birthday, she'll invite everyone. A festival or anything, she will ask money for everyone else. And that includes when her mother's sick, when her father's sick, when maybe other members of the family are in need of cash, you are supposed to provide. And I say this from personal experience. So it all depends what type of a girl you're getting. Now you'll be like, bloody hell, all these things have to come. Yes. You want someone who will take care of you. You want someone who's timid, who's sweet, who's nice, who's loving, who's pretty, who's slim, slender, whose DNA and genetic makeup never make her look old. All these comes into play. Don't think you're going to get a Rolls Royce or a Bugatti with all the VIP service for free. Everything comes at a cost. So you're expected to do all this. And by default, almost every Thai female, when she marries a guy, she will hope that you build a house for her, you buy a plot of land for her, you set up the house, you set up everything, and make sure that if you die, she's taken care of. She would want that from you. Okay? So keep that in mind before you get married to a Thai. The other thing is, when it comes to Thai women, Thai families, Thai culture, tradition, this is for everyone, whether you're white, you're black, you're Western, Eastern. They will never accept you part of their family. They will accommodate you, like, yeah, he's my son-in-law and all that, but you'll never be family because their diet is different, their language is different, their tradition is different, their culture is different, their prayers, their faith. You can maybe learn the language, but you're still not Thai. You maybe like to eat what they eat, but you're still not Thai. There are so many variables. So don't think after you get married to a Thai, you'll be accepted by the family. No. Even when they take photographs, I've spoken about this in my video. Even when they take photographs, don't be surprised if they take a photograph, like you are clicking the camera, and they will preserve that photograph because everyone is there. Because if you have to be in the photograph, a family member has to come out and hold the camera, and then you're there, but that family member is not there. So they will prefer you take the photograph, have all of them, and without you, they will be very happy to have that photograph. So when the first time it happened to me, I felt very bad about it, but then I realized that's how they are. It's not that they are bad, it's not that they're evil, it's just they are together as one unit. You are an outsider, and that is how you'll always be, no matter what you do. No matter how much you love, take care, it's not that they don't like you or they don't love you. It's just that you can never be part of their family. Okay? So, which brings me to the next point. You know, when you come to Thailand the first time, you'll always see these ads, Fly Thai Airways, and they'll show you a lady wearing purple and gold and doing Swadikap and smiling and the land of smiles. Yes, that is all there. But that is for tourists. That is for showing their hospitality. That is for showing, that's how they welcome you. Okay. But remember, they're welcoming you. They're offering you their best, not for free. You have to pay them for their services, pay them for their effort, pay them for their whatever they are giving you. Nothing is for free. And they have a family to feed. They have expenses to pay. They are not just standing there for any freeloader or roadside guy or, oh, he's a stingy guy. No, they're not interested in all that. Okay. So that welcome carpet that there is when you're a tourist and when you give them money, it feels good. But when you're thinking of a long-term relationship, that welcome carpet, eventually it just vanishes. That is when you come for the first time, you are giving them money which is foreign exchange. So you don't mind spending a lot of money. But once you stay in Thailand and once you experience the air, the normal life. You're not going to spend as a foreigner. You're going to spend like a Thai person. Like, to make you understand, when I came here for the first time, I'll tell you within just 1 or 2 days, I spent close to 50,000 baht, 50,000 baht. Okay. Within just 1 to 2 days, just going out eating food. That's it. And, splurging on touristy activities. Now that I stay in Thailand, that 50,000, I'm going to plan it out for 2 or 3 months, not for one day. You see the difference? So the difference when you're a tourist versus when you stay with a Thai family. So, like for instance, I wouldn't mind going out and spending 10,000 baht on just dinner. I don't mind. I will splurge like it. And if I have to tip, I'll give a guy 500 bucks or 1,000 bucks because I'll think, I'm earning in dollars, might as well keep them happy. But once I stay here, I'm not going to spend 10,000 bucks on a steak. I'm going to buy maybe 20 baht, 30 baht, 50 baht. You get what I'm saying? So when you're a tourist, you get treated like a VIP. But when you become a normal person living a normal life, you'll not spend like that. So the welcome carpet and the importance that you get also diminishes accordingly. So don't think your welcome carpet is going to be the same unless you're prepared to spend exactly the way how you did on day one. Okay. And the final point that I'll give you is, no matter what you do for the girl or for the family, this is a sad reality. No matter what you do, at the end, her loyalty will be towards her child, that is number one, her mother and father, that is number two, her extended family, that's number three, and somewhere down the line will be you. You're never going to be the most important person for her. She'll take care of you, she will serve you, she will love you, but her priority will be, like, first is her children, then is her mother and father, then is her family, and then after all that is you. Okay. And this is the reality with my wife. Okay. She loves my daughter more than she loves me, which I totally understand and I accept. Then she loves her mother and father. Her father, may he be blessed always. He died. He's a good man. Now she loves her mother, which I totally understand. After that, she loves her sisters, and she's just close to them. And whenever they have any problem and they come to her, she'll go out of the way to help them. I'm used to it. Okay. And then obviously she's concerned about her family. And after that is me. And obviously, God and Buddha that she gives paramount importance to. So after all that is me. And I don't feel bad about it. This is the reality. This is how it is. So why I'm giving you the breakdown of all this is, don't assume just because you see Instagram photographs or you see a nice Facebook image or you see a YouTube video and we're happily ever after, you think, wow, I'm going to get married to a Thai and I'm going to live happily ever after. No. There are hidden costs. There are variables. There are, like they say, service charges, maintenance fees for whatever that you're targeting. Don't think that I'm down here, I'll get a female up here. You really have to slog and earn each and every bit. And one final thing. Yes, my wife is simple. Yes, my wife doesn't smoke and drink. She doesn't go out clubbing. She doesn't go out spending money on additional stuff. She is a homemaker. Okay? That's a fact. But I pay through my nose to ensure that she is taken care of. Believe it or not, I give her the life that she would never, ever get had she been without me. So she knows I'm her ticket to all the happiness. So it's a two-way street where she's treating me great. She is working hard for it. I have to keep her happy. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. So don't think that you suddenly found the ticket. Oh, beautiful females, hot females, very obedient, submissive females. Oh, I'll get it for free. No, I'm sorry. They're not that dumb. They're also smart and they're smarter than you. Okay? I hope these points give you a little bit of insight into them. And keep in mind that if a female is educated and if a female is, she has traveled, there's no way she's going to accept you. That's a given. because why should she? If she has all the options in the world. So your only chance is maybe the simplest of the simple women, but those are the most dangerous. Those are the most street smart. Those are the ones who know how to survive and thrive. So don't think, oh, I got a simple girl, I'm smarter than them. They will eat you alive. All right. Hope you got some value through this video. And remember, I'm not bad mouthing them. It's total respect, because at the end of the day, if you are expecting the best, they also expect the best for themselves. Anyway, I hope this video added some value. Good, bad, ugly, feel free, comment down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.